Hello, this is Patrick from XPression. I'd like to show you a great new feature in XPression 8.7 and higher, the ability to import Photoshop files as layers. I'm working inside of Adobe Photoshop. This is Creative Cloud 2019. And what you can see here, I've got a graphic that's 1920 by 1080. A lot of times graphic design work doesn't start in the end solution. For example, sometimes designers would rather work in a native tool like Adobe Photoshop because they're not XPression users, but they want to give content over to the XPression designer so that they can put everything together properly. So what we're looking at here, again, is the lower third example on a 1920 by 1080 canvas to match what my XPression project is. You'll notice over here in the layer menu, I have a lot of layers and nested things here. I've got some bars, I've got folders for groups. I've also got some text objects in here. As I go through, I'm going to collapse all these layers just because I can, not that I need to. But what I want to show you here is I've got, for example, this is just a full raster layer. It's an image, or what they refer to as a bitmap, because it's just pixels. It's not vector based, it's not anything but just a bitmap image. And what I've got here with all the different layers and groups, I've got things turned on and off, and you can see I've got the visibility in a layer to set over. I'm just going to save that file. Now I'm going to go over to XPression. Now, new to 8.7 and higher, under File, Import, there's a new function in the import models or import tools called Photoshop Layers, or PSD. So I'm going to click on that, and that'll open up the PSD import dialog box with the file open window. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to select that exact same graphic that I've just brought up in Photoshop. And what you'll see here, this is a list of all the content that's in that particular scene. And you can see that it's telling me that there's 53 layers. It's 1920 by 1080. It's a 24-bit file. There's information your layers and styles should be rasterized because, again, there's nothing that translates into XPression from Adobe Photoshop for certain things like the layer styles. Blending modes, some of them are capable of coming in, some of them are not. What I want to show you here, again, you look at all the layers. I'm going to go to this item here labeled headshot, for example. You can see that it's selected, and all of these items have a checkbox whether they're going to be imported or not. They have a checkbox whether they're visible or not. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you look over here, you can see the picture of the player in the headshot, and you can see that it's kind of odd because there's half of a box that doesn't seem to be showing anything. If I come back over here and I find the column labeled alpha mask, there's a checkbox, and if I deselect it, you'll notice that the rest of that raster area fills in. And that shows me the full image. If you look down here, this is the composite image as opposed to the layer that I'm currently working with. You can see that it has that similar effect. I'm going to turn that mask back on. Same thing with the logo here. I'm going to turn that off and turn it back on. I have a background layer in all of this, which is called the example background image. I'm going to turn it off just so you can see it here. I've got some flares, which if I choose to flare, you can kind of see the way that it works. You can see that it's got a nice blending to it. It'll also tell you where the layer position is, and it tells you the size of the asset. It also tells you whether it was a text layer or a bitmap layer, and what the blending mode is. Right now, all of this is set to normal. I could have had things set to whatever blending mode shows up inside of XPression will have a parallel for, otherwise it just sets itself to normal. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click Import, and this will import it into the scene that was selected. So again, you probably would have wanted to select a blank scene to bring all this in. Now let's go down and look at the Object Manager. What you'll notice in the Object Manager, I have all this information here, and I'm going to turn off the background layer, and this is inverted from the way that it was inside of Photoshop, only because it's a back to front kind of thing in Photoshop. That's the bottom is the bottom, the top is the top. Looking down on it, we're kind of doing the same thing here, but inverted. And what you're looking at now, for example, in this graphic I showed you earlier, I had a short bar group and a long bar group. So I'm going to turn off the 4 stats groups. That takes off the long black and red bar and all the highlight stats. And if I turn on the short bar, that just brings up the information that's behind there. These are things I could use, for example, with visual logic to show or not show things based on characteristics. What I also want you to notice, if I look over at the Material Manager, things like text were brought in, they've been rasterized, so they're now images. So for example, if I look for the player stats information, for example, his jersey number 17, and the layer information that was brought in, the layer name shows up just so you can see that. I had highlight bars and things like that. The jersey number, the text box was labeled jersey 17 and 17. You can see that come across. Sentences obviously become one whole object, again a block of text basically. And this is an A from the assist header in his stats. Again, if I turn that back on, you'll see that there. That's the A. That's the A. There's the 9. There's the 9. This just kind of tells you what we've got here, but the cool part about this, all the layers in Photoshop that I had are being brought in. I don't have a problem with alphas or keying. I can set things to pre-multiply or not pre-multiply. Everything here is exactly the way that the Photoshop artist left it, in the same positions, and I get the same functionality. I'm going to turn off those flares just because I can. I now have a great lower third graphic that was built inside of Photoshop that I have in here. All I need to do now is just site conform the text, for example, and I can now take that exact same graphic and work with it as it was handed to me from Photoshop and have it all in the proper positions.